Before we get into today's video, please do your own due diligence, guys. Take it all as entertainment only.
Yeah, coincidence. Yeah, coincidence. Yeah, coincidence. Something that happens by chance, I think not.
What's the crack, everyone? Welcome back to Buy Wholesale. I hope, of course, you are all well as always. Today's video is following up on the video we did last Thursday on Argo blockchain, baby. Ticker symbol ARB, or if you're in America, Arbkf. Love this stock, covering it for many months, guys, and we did a great video last week that was really responsive. People really got on board with it. I tried my best just to be as honest about my intentions with Argo. It had tanked so hard, and in that video I talked about, at that level, sort of below £1, in and around 90p a share, fill your boots kind of thing. Some people did do that, including myself, and we have seen a 25% rise the next day. That was brilliant. Then we seen a bit of a sell-off, kind of bringing it back down. Then yesterday we had another 20% rise. Today is currently up about 6%. So a lot of volatility with Argo. I mean, that's always going to be the case, especially with a crypto miner at the minute, with the uncertainty around Bitcoin. But today's video is just going to be a bit of an update on some of the news that's came out since last week. And of course, as always, guys, if you do find these videos informative, please like, please subscribe, help me grow the channel, all of that good stuff. And also check out the link below for free trade. You get a free share up to £200. It's worthwhile having diversity in your brokers, guys. I have 6 different brokers, free trade being one of them. Just spread the risk, guys. Spread your money across, keep yourself safe. And like I said, a share up to £200 sounds good. All the spam stuff out of the way now. Let's get into today's video. Okay, guys, we'll just kick this off by going onto the Twitter page of Argo blockchain. Anybody that's interested, again, you should subscribe them, show the following support there. They do regularly update on their socials, which is part of the reason why I like them. A lot of the companies I invest in, I like to see that. I think it's a modern, it shows that they're going in the right direction. I don't know if you've ever looked at a company and thought this is great, but if a company actually doesn't do anything on social media, it doesn't actually mean anything about the company net per se. But I really think it's important that they are active in social media. I think it shows that they're new, they're vibrant, up and coming, they'll keep you up to date. So I see a benefit to that, although it's not really a thing a company needs to do. I just think it's the companies that I like. So it's a big red flag if they don't do that, but Argo thankfully do a lot of that. So let's have a look. We did our video last time, okay, on the 15th, so it was exactly last week. We talked about the Twitter poll and the question and answers, which is worth checking out. And we also talked about them potentially joining the NASDAQ we talked about. So we've got a wee bit of an update here, guys. A lot of websites covering this here: Yahoo Finance, Cointelegraph, crypto mining firm Argo blockchain files for US IPO. The company has been publicly traded on the London Stock Exchange since 2018. Argo has proposed a dual listing and initial public offering of American depository shares expected to occur in the third quarter of 2021. So that goes into my notebook, the third quarter of 2021. So the IPO announcement comes 2 weeks after it said it would be exploring the potential secondary listing in the NASDAQ, as we just talked about and in the previous video, guys. And anyone that hasn't checked out the previous video, I'll share the link here and you can go in and by all means check that out. And then you can see all the other videos. I kind of tag each one as they go back. So according to the data of the trading view, Argo's ARB stock is now trading at a £1.11 per pence sterling, having raised roughly 30% in the last 24 hours. And we will have a look at the charts. But like I said, it has been a very positive reaction to this news from the share price point of view. Some talk about the loan and stuff and not repeat all that. It's all in the previous videos, guys. So that's huge, guys. That's the main bit about this video. It's definitely taking the step in the right direction. We're liking what Peter Wall, the CEO, is doing here. You can see even just from a publicity point of view, Argo, out there, Peter Wall, as you can see here, he's out there with the top talents in the mining space, which is also good. And then just to the last 6 hours, guys, Argo is pleased to announce that it's broken ground on his 200 megawatt cryptocurrency mining facility in Dickens County, Texas, which will be powered predominantly by renewable energy, guys. And for anyone that's new to the channel, that is the reason why I am balls deep in Argo blockchain. It's not because they just mine crypto, which is going to be the future, which is getting bigger and bigger every day. They're doing it renewable, which is the big issue around Bitcoin. And that's due to complete in the first half of 2022. And being in the construction industry, as you should know, guys, I wouldn't be surprised if that gets delayed. Any project that I've nearly worked on, not through any fault of my own, a lot of it does get delayed. So you can maybe add a bid on, maybe they're being reserved, we don't know. But I will obviously keep a note of that, guys, and I'll keep you informed. Yesterday we had the B word, B talk, Bitcoin conversation, the Zoom call, Cathie Woods and Elon, etc. And yesterday I took from that, being a Tesla shareholder, I was very interested in it as well, that he said that they're most likely going to reintroduce buying of Bitcoin, using that to buy their cars, which is great news. He also said he might be a pumper, but he's not a dumper, which means that they still own all their Bitcoin, which is very good. From a cryptocurrency point of view, it means that there's a big buy still there, still holding, which is great. But just to contradict him, he said he's not a dumper, but he did initially buy Bitcoin and sold quite a bit of it through Tesla. But I wouldn't dare want to correct Elon because he is God. So it says it's adding 20 new jobs, which is good, guys. I mean, that's quite a big expansion because this is quite a small company at this stage. The site gives Argo access up to 800, guys. And we've done a wee bit of an exercise in the previous one on how much they're actually generating, and how much the new facility will give them, and how much more that means that they will be able to make profits. And we will do a deep dive into all that again, just as the next earnings come out. I really want to do a deep dive into Argo on terms of their financial, and we'll maybe do a projections for the future. If it's something you like, comment down below and let me know. That is something I don't mind. I kind of do this stuff in the background. Some people get a bit bored with numbers and all that, but if you like that, I can most certainly do that. So that's the news, guys. There is some negative news out there. Is Argo blockchain's return on equity of 5.9% concerning, and it goes down there. I try to read the negative stuff, so I've got a bit of I see both sides of the coin. Just disregard that. It's guff, really. It's based on information that doesn't really sort of factor in the future, in my opinion, so it's pretty boring. Load of other good news out there, guys, as well, but that's the real thing. What I want to talk about now is the charts. We sort of seen this fall, we talked about in the previous video. I talked about the entry point on the 15th of July being very, very good, almost too good to turn down. We loaded up on the 15th of July, and sure enough, the next day was the huge green day, the 25-30% rise that we seen, which was lovely jubbly. Naturally, then we had a bit of a cool off, and then we had a huge big rise. And what I like about today's rise, guys, is that we're going back into this channel, and which is exciting. If we can get a full close, guys, in and above this channel that I drew previously, and this was a channel, you can see bottoms out, bottoms out, bottoms out. We've seen that we were bouncing in and around this channel, so if we can get in and above this price, I wouldn't be surprised then if we just maybe go back into this channel, and then we can ride her up and down. And there is potential, especially on the back of this huge rise. For me, I could potentially, given one or two patterns, maybe with the way the market sentiment is, you could potentially be in this for a swing trade. Like I said, I don't mind if people want to trade and swing. I'm trying to open it up for all people. If you're interested in that, I would definitely be waiting to see if you can get a confirmation that we're back up and above these prices. If so, could be a buying opportunity, guys. If you wanted to try and see if you could ride this up to about the 160, I would be considering that if I was looking for a day trade. Looking on the hourly chart, guys, again, big rise. It's kind of dipped back down and then it's bounced, and it looks to be kind of creeping up and above. Bit of a sell-off here, and we can kind of see that is literally on the line. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens there. And no surprise, guys, on the weekly chart over the course of the last week since Thursday till today, we've obviously got a full green candlestick. You could probably tell that just from the fact that most of the week has been green. It takes a week, don't forget, for these things to form on the weekly chart. So I would hope that can be nice and big and into the next zone, and then we could be, as I said, into this channel. Watch this space, really. I mean, it's going to the moon, in my opinion, anyway. It's a long hold, 10-15 years, but if you want to try and swing it, you possibly could. The last thing I will say is obviously the reaction to this here is quite good. The volume has jumped quite considerably. If we go back even to the day chart, not surprising, guys. Big sell-off, and then this green day, volume shot up. Next big green day, huge volume. Decent enough volume today, and it's just ticking along nicely. Also on the day chart, please note that the blue line has just crossed over on the MACD, so it looks like we're getting a nice wedge there. That should hopefully continue on and throb up. We will see, guys. So that's very, very exciting. So that's the video, guys. Nothing's changed here. Argo blockchain to the moon, all of that good stuff. I'm very much invested, very much balls deep. I'm not going to buy at this price. I'm more than content to let this whole period ride out. We'll see, you know, the ups and the downs that will come with that. I did substantially load up there only last week, so I'm okay with my position. I'm enjoying the gains. That has worked out well, but again, if I had a sunk from last week rather than gone up, it wouldn't have changed anything for me. If anything, I may have bought more, but it is what it is. We will see what comes up, but there's no doubt about it, guys. Argo blockchain is very exciting right now for anybody that's looking just to swing in and out of it. I understand that, and there's nothing wrong with that type of trading. For me, this is a long hold, but if you do decide to swing in and swing out, you know, I would be a bit wary of how high this could go before maybe pulls back on the back of this news. Obviously, we do hope that it'll get listed, but if any negative, any bad news comes back on that, this very well could pull back. So that is something to be wary of if you're holding, but only intention is short term. But like I said, you should be holding long term, guys, because we're all going to go to the moon. I'll see you all there, guys. Just know that this is the last video of the week. I'll catch you next week, guys. If you have found it informative, help me out. Give it a like, give it a subscribe. It really does support the channel and myself. Enjoy your weekend. Peace.
Yeah.
Coincidence.
Yeah.
Coincidence.
Something that happens by chance, I think not.